There are over 1 billion views on TED Talks. 1 billion. And you, the person who just gave a 45-minute presentation with 62 slides and zero eye contact, you're wondering why nobody remembers your quarterly update. Your ideas aren't the problem. Your delivery is the disease. And Carmine Gallo might have the cure for you. My name is Todd Hagopian. I'm the original Stagnation Assassin and the author of this book, The Unfair Advantage, Weaponizing the Hypomanic Toolbox. But today, we are doing a Stagnation Assassin book review on Talk Like TED, the 9 public speaking secrets of the world's top minds by Carmine Gallo. So get ready for a hard-hitting, bold, relentless review of this communication classic, and we'll see whether it earns a spot in your arsenal. Gallo is a former CNN and CBS anchor who turned communications coach and who now works with executives at Intel, Cisco, Chevron, and Pfizer. He analyzed over 500 TED Talks and he distilled them down into 9 principles that separate the forgettable from the phenomenal. The book hit the Wall Street Journal top 10 and became the go-to playbook for anyone who has an idea to sell, which last time I checked is basically everybody. Let's talk about the meat and what this book gets right. Let me be direct. If you lead people and you can't communicate well, you are a liability pretending to be a leader. Gallo understands this all the way down to the molecular level. His 9 secrets organize all this into 3 buckets: emotional connection, novelty, and memorability. The most powerful principle that he brings to the table: the 18-minute rule. TED Talks cap at 18 minutes because research shows that when cognitive overload kicks in, your audience's brain starts burning glucose faster than it can replenish. This is science. If you can't make your point in 18 minutes, you don't have a point. You have a problem. Gallo's emphasis on storytelling over data dumping is where this book draws serious blood. He references Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor's Stroke Talk, one of the most viewed TED presentations in history, and he breaks down exactly why it worked. She didn't lead with her credentials. She led with vulnerability and narrative. She brought a real human brain on stage as a prop. That's not a presentation, that's a performance. And performance persuades people. The rule of 3 framework is tactically brilliant. Your audience can retain 3 major ideas, not 7, not 12, 3. So structure your talk around 3 pillars, 3 stories, or 3 takeaways. When I'm presenting transformation strategies, I live by this principle. 3 points delivered with precision always outperform 30 points delivered with PowerPoint. Gallo also nails the jaw-dropping moment concept that every great presentation needs one emotionally charged moment that rewires the audience's attention. Bill Gates releasing mosquitoes during his malaria talk, the statistic that makes people gasp, the prop that nobody expected. This isn't showmanship for its own sake, it's strategic storytelling, weaponized for maximum memory retention. His discussion of passion as a prerequisite is another direct hit. Dopamine fires when you're generally passionate about your subject, and that neurochemical energy is contagious. When I'm presenting the hot system or the Karelin method to operators who are drowning in stagnation, it's not the slides that move them, it's the fire behind the fireworks. Now, as always, we're going to do a murder board and talk about what this book gets wrong as well. So, because even communication coaches have communication problems, as you'll see. First, Gallo is a journalist and a consultant. He's not an operator. He's observing greatness and reverse engineering it, which is valuable, but there's a gap between analyzing what works and doing what works. Some of his explanations for why certain techniques succeed are surface level. He tells you what the best speakers do, but sometimes oversimplifies the why. The neuroscience references are interesting, but they feel like garnish, not the main course. He kind of just sprinkles them in. Second, the book is built for staged presentations. TED Talks are rehearsed, polished, and produced. That's great if you're giving a keynote, but most leadership communication happens in messy, real time, high stakes environments. Like, boardrooms where someone's about to lose their job, plant floors where the line just went down, crisis calls where the client is threatening to pull a $50 million contract. These are not his specialty. The boardroom doesn't give you 18 minutes in the spotlight, it gives you 90 seconds and a skeptical CFO. So that is a little bit different for a lot of us. Third, and this is common in communication books, Gallo spends a lot of time on what to do and not enough time on what to stop doing, which is something we talk a lot about. The presentation parasites, the vocal filler, the apologetic openers, the slide dependency, the data vomiting deserve their own murder board. Most leaders don't need to learn new tricks. They need to kill old habits. And Gallo doesn't go deep into that. Finally, the book can feel repetitive, as most books can feel this way when someone tries to put a simple idea into a couple hundred pages. The same principles get illustrated through different TED Talk examples, and by the second half, you're getting diminishing returns on the domino of discovery. But let's talk about the stagnation verdict. This does get 4 kills out of 5. Talk Like TED earns 4 kills because communication is the most underrated weapon in the war on stagnation. And Gallo does provide a genuinely actionable framework for sharpening it. The 18-minute rule, the rule of 3, the jaw-dropping moment, and the passion prerequisite. These are tools that will make you more persuasive, more memorable, and more dangerous in every single room that you enter. It loses 1 kill for being presentation centric rather than leadership centric, which I think that leadership communication and comprehensive and more than surface level science could have been really good. But if you are anyone who has to sell ideas, and you are, this book is a serious strategic supplement. So that's the verdict. Talk Like TED gets 4 kills. Strong Arsenal Edition. Your next board presentation will thank you. So go ahead and go read this book. If you want to see these communication principles in action, delivered at 10 minutes or less with 0 filler and maximum firepower, subscribe to the Stagnation Assassin Show on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Grab The Unfair Advantage, Weaponizing the Hypomanic Toolbox on Amazon. Leave a review. And visit toddhagopian.com, stagnationassassins.com for the world's largest stagnation database. Ideas are ammunition. Communication is the weapon. And the operator who can master both doesn't just enter a room, they own it.